Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Morgan. So today I come to you with a mini book haul that I am so excited to show you guys. So I have 4 books from the library that I got like 2 days ago, and I got 4 books that I personally purchased, and a lot to discuss. So I want to start with the library books, and the first one that I picked up was The Notebook. I just was randomly looking through the aisles and saw this, and I was like, oh my gosh, I know that. And it was super short, so I was like, why not? I am not really a romance reader, so you won't find me in the romance section, but every now and then I do find a really good romance. And of course, I know this is a very popular movie, a movie that I've actually never seen before, which is quite funny. But yeah, I don't watch romance movies, so I just never felt the desire to watch The Notebook. But I was like, hey, the book is right in front of me, why not get it? So I will be attempting to read The Notebook, and of course, if I love it, then I will also watch the movie. And if both those things happen, I'll make a video about it. So The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks, which I have also never read a Nicholas Sparks book, but I know this man makes so many books. So this will be interesting. Obviously, I'm sure everyone knows what this is about. It's about a man and a woman falling in love. Okay, next book I have is called A Sudden Light by Garth Stein. I'll be completely honest, I have no idea what this book is about. It says, a family confronts long buried secrets as it seeks forgiveness and redemption in this breathtaking story of the Pacific Northwest. So honestly, the only reason why I picked this book up was because of the author. In the books that I purchased myself, his book is in here, and this year was the first year I ever read a book by him, and I was absolutely obsessed immediately. So I just felt the need to pick up this book because he wrote it. So I will let you guys know what I think about this book. She's a little chunky. Ooh, and she's got those like what is it called, deckled edges, which, quick story time, when I bought a book from Amazon like years ago, it came deckled edges, and I thought they had like messed the book up. Like, I was hysterical, borderline crying. I was like, how could they mess the pages up? How could they send this to me? And then I later found out that that was like a normal practice that some people do when they create books physically. So that was interesting. Okay, and the last 2 books I have are the 3rd and the 4th volume of the Saga comic book series. I read the first 2 in a reading vlog I'll put up here for you guys to check out. Absolutely loved it. I am not a comic book girly. I don't read comic books or graphic novels, but I was super interested in trying to. And these ones caught my eye at the library a month ago. So I read the first 2, and now I have the 3rd and the 4th. I was able to read like both of those in like one day, so that was super fun, and I enjoyed myself very much. Definitely trigger warning for a lot of sex, a lot of gore, and a lot of pictures of both. So yeah, but I love it, so I'm going to continue it, and I know I'm gonna love these 2 as well. So that is the library haul. Now we're moving on to the actual book haul that I purchased recently. So I do want to say that I have decided from now on that I am not going to be doing like any kind of big book hauls where I'm buying like 10-20 books of books that I have never read before, of books that I'm like, oh, this sounds interesting, because I used to do that in the past. Like, you know, over the course of years, I used to do that, and it would become very disheartening to buy like 10-20 books at one time, and then to read them and hate them, or like read them and give like all of them 3 stars, and then like now I just own them and they're on my shelf, and every time I look at them, they don't make me happy. They make me sad and regretful that I spent money on them. That is what has become of that for me. So what I have done with this book haul is I've only bought books that I've already read this year, and books that I have like, you know, given 5 stars and are like absolutely obsessed with. So those are the books that I'll be showing to you today. So the first book is The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein. Like I said, that was the reason why I picked up A Sudden Light, was because of this man in this book. I read this book this year. I implore you to pick this up. This book was an immediate 5 stars. Do you guys know when you're like 2 chapters into a book and you can like, you're like, oh, this is 5 stars. Like I could have stopped on page 10 and given this 5 stars because it was immediately sucked me in. The writing was perfection. I was like having these insane facial expressions like 2 pages in. I was like, this is incredible. So even if you don't think you would like this book, I really do want you to at least get a sample of this book and just read like 1 chapter, just 1 chapter, so you guys know what I'm saying, because it's fucking awesome. So of course this book is about our dog. It's so interesting because this book is actually told from the perspective of the dog. His name is Enzo, which I love that name. And he is like the narrator of our story. He has this family and it kind of just goes through his life, and it's so perfect. And I don't want to say anything else because I'm obsessed. This is also a movie that I still have not seen yet. I'm kind of nervous. I was like going to watch it because it had Milo in it and I'm obsessed with that man, but then I was like, what if it's not as good? And then it's gonna bring down how I feel about this book. I don't want that. I don't want any clouded, you know, thoughts about it. So I think I'm just not gonna watch the movie because this book is just perfection and I don't want to see any kind of interpretation of it. I just want this. So yeah, this is great. Love it. Perfect. The next book that I got was The Little Liar by Mitch Albom. This, if you guys are looking for historical fiction, this is your girl. This is your girl. First of all, look how cute she is. She fits right in the palm of your hand. She's adorable. And deckled edges, which I have come to love. Obviously, there are certain books where I don't understand why they have deckled edges. And there's some books where I'm just like, yeah, that makes sense. And it makes sense because it's historical fiction and it's cute. So this book is called The Little Liar. And super quick synopsis, this book is in the setting of the Holocaust. And so we are kind of following our main character named Nico. Now, Nico, his whole life has been, he's 11 years old, and Nico has never told a lie. His entire life, he's always told the truth. He's never told a lie. And because of this, his whole family and his community kind of go to him for like the truth, for, you know, the gossip, whatever's happening in the community. Whatever he tells them, they trust that. But when the German soldiers kind of move in to their community, their territory, and they kind of tell the community that, hey, you need to, you know, pack your things and come on this train because we're taking you to new opportunities and new jobs and new houses. Obviously, that's not the case. They're taking them to concentration camps. But a German soldier finds out that Nico is like the trusted person in the community. And this German soldier finds out that Nico never tells a lie. So the soldier convinces Nico that, you know, the community is being taken somewhere safe. And once Nico accepts this as the truth, he goes and tells his family and the whole community that, hey, everything is okay. We're going to be going to a safe place. And they trust him. And they get on the train. And it is it's so hard to read that book. Oh my God. This book is it's a hard read in the best way. So I recommend this book for people who enjoyed The Book Thief, because The Book Thief was told in the perspective of death, but this book is actually told in the perspective of truth, and it is done so amazingly. I will never forget this book. I will be picking this book up off my shelf like clockwork, probably yearly, just to look through some of the pages and read some of the quotes and some of the pages that were just so brilliantly written. Like this man can write. Whoa. So yes, highly recommend. Go get this book. It's so cute, guys. Ugh. All right, the next book I have is Lessons in Chemistry, which look how beautiful this book is. Also, super quick side by side. Look how small that book is. But yeah, Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis. This book is gorgeous. I just need to point out before I even start talking, like, look how beautiful this book is. So this book, really funny. I had seen that this book was getting popular over like a couple months. And I, of course, like to check out books that are kind of getting, or like becoming popular, because it's like, hey, let me check them out. But I purposely did not look into this book because I thought this book was a romance. Like, I thought this book was a rom-com, and the only reason why I thought that is because the cover looked like a rom-com, and I have no explanation other than I have no explanation. It just gave the vibes of a rom-com, and so that threw me off, and it made me not even look at what the synopsis was about, which is crazy of me thinking back. But I did end up picking up this book. This book is definitely not a rom-com. I would say this book is historical fiction, literary fiction, women's fiction. Oh man, it was just such a good book. So in this book, we are following our character. Her name is Elizabeth Zott. So she's a chemist. We are in the 1960s, and she is trying to make a name for herself in the like scientific world. She is a scientist, but of course, in the 1960s, they aren't really giving women the same opportunities that they are giving men, and they don't see her as a person who can actually bring anything to the community and bring anything to the career. And so at every like moment, she's having to fight to become a scientist, fight to prove that she is smart and she is capable and she can do it. And it is so beautifully written. It's like a combination of that, but it's also a combination of her falling in love, and it's also a combination of her raising a family, and it's a combination of a pivot in her career. So she ends up later becoming like a TV personality, and that's a whole big thing in the book, and it's just so perfect, guys. I don't even know how to describe it, but it is perfect. The amount of quotes that I got out of this book, astronomical. I'm obsessed. Okay, last book that I bought was Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. Oh my goodness. When I tell you guys, I put off reading this book because I did not think it was going to be up my alley. But it really was. Like, I am the type of girly that, like, if you read this book, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But this book, super quick, this is a book about an author. Her name is June Hayward. Now, June Hayward is friends with another author, and her name is Athena. Now, the story is about her friend Athena passes away. Now, our main character, June, ends up stealing her dead friend's manuscript, which is like a book that's not finished being written. She steals her dead friend's manuscript and takes it as her own. So she takes this unfinished book, finishes it herself, and then puts it out as if she wrote the entire thing. It is fucking insane because our main character June is like she's not a well-known author. She's kind of like, she's had like one book and went okay, but her friend who died is like at the top of her game. She's got like Netflix deals, like she is that girl. And so she steals her fucking work and makes it out as her own. And it is this insane book of like, is she gonna be found out? Can she keep up with the lie? Can she convince the public that she somehow created this book? Can she live with herself? How evil is this bitch? Like, it is just I couldn't put the book down. I would like read 4 chapters, put it down, and be like, I have to read more. It was so insane. And specifically the first chapter where we learn about our main character and learn how she feels about her friend Athena, that's when I became like genuinely obsessed with this book, because we have this character who, she's friends with Athena, but like she kind of hates Athena at the same time. Like she deeply hates her, and she deeply is jealous and envious of her. And the way she talks about how much she hates her is so fucking psycho that I was obsessed with it. Like, I need more books like this. If you guys have also read Yellowface, I don't really mean books in the sense of like books about books or like authors or writing. I mean books where we have a main character who is literally psycho, who like hates another character, but it's written like this is. Give me that book, because I need that. I'm that kind of bitch. I am so extra. Like, I need a book that is crazy like this book was. And of course, as soon as I finished this book on Kindle, I had to own it. Like I said, I read all these books on Kindle, and I'm just now, you know, purchasing them, and I'm obsessed. So that is the haul of my library books and the books that I purchased physically. Definitely stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, guys, because I will be posting a video quite soon about me annotating my books and how I annotate and what I use to annotate. I'm very excited to make these my own, like officially, by kind of putting my highlights and my stickers and my words into these pages. I'm really excited. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely comment down below any book suggestions, and I will see you guys later. Bye.